Hello everyone, it's the Pathfinder. Today we are going to talk about the most recent release, which is for Journey Together in Singapore. It's on 28 March worldwide, but of course in Singapore we are about half a day earlier than in US because of time difference. So I just want to quickly go through what happened here and how it went for me and what I observed. So yeah, as you know, in Singapore Pokémon Center, they have decided that they will remove the plastic wrap when they fulfill their order. So before they send it out to you, or even if you buy it in store, they're going to remove the plastic wrap, so it's basically unsealed. So it was announced on their Instagram post. As you can see, from 21st March onwards, they are going to remove all the plastic wrap. Mostly it affects the ETB and the booster box. The other items like the collection boxes, it doesn't come with wrap, or the sleeve booster, it doesn't come with any wrap. So for those items, there's no effect really. And what happened is that they are actually trying, it's probably one of the way they are trying to reduce the number of scalpers sweeping the whole Pokemon Center store and reselling them for 2-3 times the price or whatever price that the market is willing to pay. Let's take a look and see whether it works. Of course, on the 28th, it was announced that at 10 a.m. they're going to release all these items. We have the booster box, the enhanced version, sleeve booster, you have the ETB and mini portfolio. I hope Zacian's EX box. The restriction were showed as well. So like the enhanced box, you can only buy one box. Yeah, sleeve booster you can buy 36. The ETB you are restricted to 2 pieces per person. And portfolio, I'm not sure why they only limit this to 1. Yeah, but probably also because they do not have too much of the stock. Observations box, you can buy up to 2 per person. The interesting thing to note, of course, is that they do not sell this in store. So this will only be online. If you're interested to know what the online shop looks like, just look at the other video that I have shown earlier. So I'm not going to repeat that. But I want to quickly just show you, I actually did a screen capture on 28th March, 10 a.m. This is from, if you missed it, I actually started 9:59 onwards just to show you how it looks like. So this is the product page for the TCG product. As you can see, there's only 3 items left, and when it turns 10, actually it doesn't show up here. I will have to go to the product page to try to scroll and refresh and go to the latest items and see whether it shows up. Unfortunately, it doesn't. A little bit later, I think I most likely made a mistake over here, because this is my probably 2nd or 3rd time I actually bothered to try. And I actually, only because I wanted to, capture a video to show how it looks like and to share with the rest of the people how it looks like. And hopefully there's some learning point from what I was doing. But at about 10:01, I suddenly realized, oh, I should probably scroll down a little, and there it was. I found, there's a Zacian's EX box here, although it doesn't show under the TCG page, but it shows under the product page under latest. So probably even the other Journey Together product would have appeared here if I have started doing this, at 10 instead of 10:01. So you can see that the time difference is about a minute. I actually couldn't find any of the Journey Together product, but I managed to buy 2 boxes of this, and that's all I got on release day. Yeah, I tried to scroll down. After that, I continued to try to find, but it was too late. So yeah, it was about a minute. But I have no idea how long it takes for the other Journey Together ETB or the booster box, or even the sleeve booster. I don't see it here as well. So those things are definitely gone by the 1 minute mark. So what I actually learned was that all these are sold, at least the significant ones. Of course, you can find 2 packs of Journey Together in this box as well. So it's not all a loss, and to be able to get this at MSRP, I considered myself lucky as well, right? And I also should have just scrolled down on the product page. After you go to the latest product, scroll down a little, maybe I would have been able to get an ETB unsealed and a booster box if I'm lucky enough, but who knows, right? I have no idea how fast, if anyone is using bots, or if everybody's trying to do the same thing, your finger would probably have to work very, very quickly. How about scalpers? does it work? Unfortunately, you can see that people are still reselling this at, this is close to 3 times MSRP. This is in another marketplace in Singapore. So people are selling them. MSRP is 109.90 in Singapore dollar. This is close to 3 times. When you have more of the same thing, they say unstringed, because from Pokémon Center 280, 300, so it's about 2.5 times to 3 times MSRP. People are trying to sell them. I have no idea whether it will really sell. Maybe they would have to drop the price to much lower, because if you think about it, if this is unstringed, the content inside, you have 11 packs, you have the promo, but there's no value for, as a collector myself, I would not want to buy this to collect. If I'm buying this from Pokemon Center, I would rip it, you know, I would open everything up, because there's really, it's not a sealed product anymore, and it will not hold value as compared to the other sealed PCETB, right? So let's take a look at booster box as well. So if you remember in the post earlier from Pokemon Center, everyone is supposed to only be able to buy 1, but some of them managed to get 2. I'm not sure how, maybe a different account, or I do not know how they do it. So they got it at $248 and they are reselling it at $288. This is not too bad. This is about 20% above MSRP, above what they got it for. But of course this is unsealed, and there's a lot more. So this guy got 4 of them. I do not know how. 288 each. I do not know how many this guy have. This guy got 3 of them. So I do not know how they bypass the limit of 1 box per person, or maybe like I said, for Pokemon Singapore, sometimes they allow you to buy 1 and then you can do the same thing again and buy another box immediately. Some of the item they have a limit. I'm going to show you later, but I'm not sure why the other items they don't. But yeah, so these are just some of the example of people still scalping it, even though the price is much more reasonable, I would say, compared to during the prismatic time. But still it is going on. So whatever Pokemon Center Singapore is doing, unfortunately, is not really stopping all the scalpers. Here's another interesting one. Here you see that we have a post selling 30 sets of 36 packs. So as you could remember in the earlier notice from Pokemon Center Singapore, the limit was supposed to be 36 packs per person, but this guy managed to order 30 sets within a minute. I do not know how he did it. That was what he got, but I don't want to show the phone number and the name of the person and all that thing. I don't think that's nice, and that's not the purpose of this. The purpose is really looking at whether whatever Pokemon Center Singapore is doing on Shopee is really working, or of course the same person also did a similar thing for the booster boxes. So he got the bots, or the scalpers are still rampant. 20 boxes. You could remember the limit was supposed to be 1 box per person, but he got 20 within a minute. I do not know how he did it. So every 3 seconds he will purchase, and 3 seconds for this, but also every 2 seconds to do this. So how much time does he need? He need to click purchase like 50 times within a minute. So every 1.2 seconds he would have to add 36 pack into the cart, and checked out, and maybe another box at the same time. But no, this is only sleeve, right? I really don't know how he did it. Yeah, so basically it's very, very fast. And if you see this, probably it means it's bot, because the bot will add it into purchase, but they don't really actually make the payment. So normally if you see this, it probably means that this person is using a bot. But the other interesting I noticed from this is from a Reddit post. The other thing worth mentioning is this is actually a sneaker group. They probably got tired of scalping sneakers, and now they turn their attention to Pokemon as well. I'm not sure. I'm not in the group. I'm not really into sneakers, so I don't know what is going on there. So why is a Pokemon post want to sell Pokemon stuff in a sneakerhead group? This is very interesting. So I removed the names of those people in the same group as well. I do not want to get anyone to trouble. That's not the whole point. Yeah, but so the question now is this really by a bot? By the way it looks, I think it's very, very likely. I mean, if I'm wrong, please let me know. If you think it's possible to do this within a minute, let me know how it can be done. I would like to learn. As you know, I actually added the Zacian's box. I bought 2 boxes of them. That was the limit. And then I think I was trying to add again and to see what happened after that. And then this message showed up. It says you have exceeded the maximum purchase quantity and you may purchase more, 3 months later, something like that. So I was thinking, then how is it that other people can bypass this limit and buy more than a box of the booster box or even the ETBs? I don't know how they do it. I mean, if they really do this for all the ETB and the booster box, I suppose the product would stay on the store much longer as compared to, just a minute. They shouldn't really just sell out in a minute if they do this for every single product that they actually apply a restriction to. So I hope in the future they will do this for all the product that they actually have a limit. That will probably help. So in summary, this is a really short video. I was observing the removal definitely lower the scalper price, because right now it's basically turning all this booster box and the ETB into loose pack. The price wise definitely will be much lower than a proper sealed product. You lost the premium there. Hopefully that will slow down the scalper a little bit. Unfortunately, I still see in the marketplace, in Facebook or in the other platform, people are still buying them because it is honestly still cheaper than some of the TCG or LGS selling them at a much higher price, although they were sealed. So, but if you just want a cheaper product to rip, it's probably still cheaper than at least comparable to what you can find from the other retail store. So it's not a very, very bad price compared to during the prismatic time, but still scalping is still happening. If they have left it on the shelf in the Pokemon Center store, so whoever actually wanted it can buy them directly from Pokemon Center, I think that's definitely the ideal case scenario. The other thing of course, everyone observed was the TCG product on the Pokemon store still sold out in a minute. Within a minute, I would say. Doesn't really help with improving the availability of product on the store. The last thing I was thinking, what else can Pokemon Center Singapore do, or what else should they do? I'm really not too sure, because this we are living in a free world, and it's not possible to say that you should just sell to collectors or hobbyists, people who really love the hobby, people who really love Pokemon. Whenever there's a valuable product, a lot of people want them, the demand is high, scalper will come in. I think this is something that happens to any open market like that. We can't really stop that. So I'm really not sure what else can Pokemon Center do, except maybe just do as much as they can to stop people using bots. So yeah, like I said many times, one way is just implement anti-bot implementation at the moment. For Shopee, I don't think they are doing anything about that. So if people know exactly when it will drop, I think the bots is going to sweep everything away. So normal people who do not rely on bot, it's going to be very, very difficult, right? So I think that's the number one thing that they should do. The other thing is about the removing wrap. Whether they remove it or not, I don't think that's a very big deal. I mean, people who look for sealed product, they can get it somewhere else. The only thing that I feel is a pity is the PC ETB, because that is really a very good collectible. If you do not know how to buy from Pokemon Center US or the UK, then unfortunately you will never be able to get a sealed PC ETB anymore in Singapore. So I think that's a pity. But for booster box, I don't think it's a big deal. You can get it somewhere else if you want it sealed to keep. Yeah, that's all I have for today. Let me know what you think about this whole situation, whether you think it really helps, whether you think they should continue to remove the plastic wrap, whether you think they did a good thing, and what else can they do to make it better for the next one, especially, with Destined Rival coming in 2 months' time. Hopefully, it gets better. Yeah, see you in the next one.